New York City, 2099. New Year's Eve. High above futuristic Manhattan, fireworks bloomed like electric stars. In the crystal-paneled penthouse of Neo Tower 101, John, 9, and Sarah, 8, bounced on their crescent moon sofa, wide-eyed with excitement. Hovercars zipped by neon streaks against the night. Chrome AI robots glided through the room, preparing cocoa. Their parents were off-world, mediating peace on the moonbase. But the children weren't lonely. They were waiting for someone even more special.
Grandpa's coming.
He should have taken an air taxi.
You know Grandpa, old school.
The elevator chimed. Ding. The doors slid open.
There's my Space Rangers.
There stood Henry Winters, silver-haired, wearing a brown solar fabric coat, his satchel humming softly, his arms opened wide. The kids ran to him, burying themselves in his hug.
Please tell us the Bitcoin story.
He sipped cocoa, leaned in, and began.
Before the world knew his name, Satoshi Nakamoto worked in secret, deep under the shadow of the Fiat Federation, a ruthless regime ruling by debt and fear. To fight them, Satoshi created something new, something alive. A glowing golden boy born of cryptography, Bitcoin.
You are my son, the hope of the world.
Am I strong enough?
Strength is truth. Your armor is transparency. Your sword is math. You will serve all people, rich and poor. I must leave to protect you. But you'll never be alone. A good friend Hal will take care of you. Trust the code. Trust yourself.
Will I see you again?
I will always be with you, my son. You will never be alone. I will live inside your code. Hal and his family will look after you. Protect the passcode. Be good, my son, and shine.
Before Satoshi vanished, he took Bitcoin to his new adoptive parents, Hal and his family. However, Satoshi never revealed his face. Hal never saw his face. And so, Hal did what Satoshi said and ran the code Bitcoin lived. And little by little the word spread, and the world began to believe in Bitcoin. Bitcoin has 21 million brothers and sisters around the world waiting to be awakened. One day they'll shine together and bring light to the financial world, and no darkness will ever smother them.
Outside, the countdown began. 10, 9, 8. Then, a streak of gold flashed past the tower. Superhero Bitcoin soaring, cape ablaze with light.
Look, Grandpa, it's him.
Even the robots buzzed with excitement. Henry laughed, his heart full. After the colorful fireworks and Bitcoin's flyover the city was over, the children drew closer to Grandpa Henry to continue their favorite story. Henry continued.
As Bitcoin's power grew, so did the interest around him. One day he was approached by a passionate young man named Ross. Ross was a freedom fighter of the digital age. He believed people should trade freely without permission from empires or banks. He asked Bitcoin to help build a digital marketplace, one that would allow people to buy and sell using Bitcoin's open, borderless power. Ross named it the Silk Road. It was an online marketplace hidden in the corners of the internet. At first, it was a place of innovation and liberty. Artists, craftsmen, and small vendors used Bitcoin to sell their goods, free from censorship. But as the marketplace grew, something dark crept in. Some bad actors began using the Silk Road to sell illegal goods.
We must stop this. My name cannot be used to harm others.
Ross tried, he truly did, but the corruption had spread too far. Just as he prepared to shut the site down, the FBI struck. Ross was arrested and sentenced to life in prison. Bitcoin mourned. It was one of the saddest days of his life. He had lost a friend, and worse, his name had been stained and was in danger. The Federation Empire now had an excuse to attack. They began hunting down Bitcoin's believers. Communities were raided, wallets seized, faith shaken.
You must go into hiding, my son. Regain your strength, rebuild in secret. I will watch over you from afar.
And so, Hal sent Bitcoin far away to an underground community in China. There, in the shadowy depths of server rooms and coding dens, Bitcoin rested, studied, and grew. As the years passed, Bitcoin's strength returned. People began mining him again. His golden glow, once dimmed, began to shine bright once more. All over the world, communities were quietly embracing him. Farmers, rebels, merchants, even children saving pocket change began to see Bitcoin as hope. But just as he was ready to return, Bitcoin felt something, a pull, a sorrow. He returned to see his adopted father, Hal, just in time to say goodbye. Hal was dying. Bitcoin knelt beside his bed. They held each other's hands, and Hal, with his last breath, said, "I'm proud of you, my son. The world needs you. Shine bright and never kneel to tyranny." Bitcoin wept for his father, but he rose from that room transformed. No longer just a spark of rebellion, he was now a symbol of resistance. As Bitcoin returned to the world stage, he was met with applause and desire. The fiat money princesses, the daughters of old banking dynasties and paper kingdoms, were enchanted by his golden aura. They flirted and whispered, offering him palaces, partnerships and power, if only he would soften his code and follow their rules. They admired his glow, but they feared his heart. Bitcoin smiled kindly at them, but declined. He would not become their puppet and betray his code. He remembered Satoshi and Hal. He remembered his friend Ross. And he remembered the people who depended on him. Yes, he made friends along the way. Ethereum, Dogecoin, Binance, XRP and Tether, some had good hearts. Others, well, they liked the spotlight, but none could match Bitcoin's origins or his mission. Even now, Bitcoin walks among us quietly, steadily. He watches, he waits. And when the time comes again, when the Federation tightens its grip, he will rise.
Grandpa, do you think he's real?
He is as real as hope, and hope, my darlings, never dies. All right, rebels, bedtime.
Just one more story.
Tomorrow, we'll dive into more adventures of Bitcoin.
I'm so glad you're here.
Me too.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be.
Sally the robot floated over to escort them to bed, her lights glowing softly.
It's going to be another great Bitcoin New Year.